What's up, guys? It's your boy Dream Team Neil.
And your boy Darn, we back with another video. Guys, got an interesting one here. I know we seen that one long name of I think was it a town or something like
I,
that.
I don't know what it was. It was impossible to pronounce.
Man, that thing had the whole alphabet in that thing. It had all
I,
the letters in the alphabet in that thing,
I
man.
swear it did. I swear.
But we got war British place names so hard to pronounce. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's check it out.
British place names can be tricky to pronounce.
Take this place. Looks simple. But what if we told you it was pronounced Grimis?
We'd be lying, it's Grimsby.
But other places can be genuinely fiddly for foreigners.
And tourists who get it wrong risk being imprisoned or killed.
Bro.
In today's programme, we're going to ask why British place names are so hard to pronounce.
Is there an and coming?
No, I'm done.
Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men.
Oh,
Here's the map.
I'm too dead.
I just look like something that would be on Comedy Central or something.
There are
I
difficult to
swear to
pronounce place
God.
names all over the world.
California has Zizix, Slovenia has Ptuj, Greenland has...
What
Kekker
the?
Tarsuit shot.
Even Welsh natives struggle
This
with
is
this one.
crazy.
And tonight we can expect to see heavy showers
That's the
spreading
one.
from the west into Wales.
But deliberately hard to pronounce names invented for promotional purposes like Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gwrgogera Chwyn Drobl Llantysilio Gogogoch aside,
Show off.
That's
British
crazy.
place names cause more trouble than most because they often look straightforward but contain nonsensical phonetic traps that are impossible to predict.
Try this one.
Go on, say it out loud in your room. or
Gotta
on your
be
train.
thrown.
Wrong, it's not Frome.
Frome, it should be blitheringly obvious, is pronounced Froome.
But if you did say Frome,
Froome.
don't worry, you're in good company. Frome is officially the most mispronounced place name in Britain, and that's
That
according to
is.
the proper survey.
Excuse me, could you mispronounce Froome for me?
Portsmouth.
That'll do. There's nothing more fun than laughing at tourists who don't know how to say something properly simply because they're from a different country and could never reasonably be expected to have predicted a local pronunciation that contradicts the basic rules of language.
So we've
talking
created the
fast.
perfect
Oh,
travel agent's
everything.
itinerary for maximising tourist humiliation across the country.
Starting in Biaulio,
Bewley,
head over to Rampisham,
Ransom,
then down to Mousehole.
Mousehole,
Next, travel north up to Towcester,
Toaster,
then a quick jaunt to Gotham,
Gotham,
followed by a stop in Quernmore,
Quorma,
before finishing up in Alnwick.
Alnwick, which is near Newcastle.
Or, as the people from the city itself say, Newcastle.
When will they learn?
As you can hear, no letter of the English alphabet is safe from being
Nah,
pronounced any of
that's
dozens of different
crazy.
ways.
Including
Bro, I'm trying to think. I don't think I even seen nothing just in Texas, just with like
That's what I'm saying.
just a name you can't pronounce.
See, I understand if it's like a foreign country that's speaking another language, and I'm like, I can't pronounce something like that. We both speak English here.
I think one difference is remember how people used to spell like Roy City wrong
Yes.
with the C instead
Facts.
of the S. Some
Facts.
people say Fort Worth. instead of
That's
Fort
crazy. Fourth, I don't even know how you get fourth word.
I don't-
Some people just can't pronounce stuff.
At
dog.
all, man. That's what it is.
not at all.
Thankfully, there are some general rules you can stick to, and because we're nice, we'll help the un-British amongst you through a couple of basics.
Cester is pronounced stir.
Leicester, Worcester, Gloucester.
W at the start of the final syllable is silent.
Norwich, Berwick, Southwark.
ER is pronounced R.
Berkshire, Clerkenwell, Hertfordshire.
But before you get too reassured, for every rule in the English language there are always exceptions, such as the cester in,
Cirencester.
the W in,
Sandwich.
and the sound in,
Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, sorry, Berkhamsted.
which is in Hertfordshire.
The only way to be absolutely sure of pronouncing British place names correctly is to live here long enough to learn every single one of them, one at a time. Sorry.
Oh.
So who were the complete anchors that invented these rules?
It's time for an English lesson.
To make an English language, you start with the base of Germanic Anglo-Saxon. Mix in a healthy dash of Old Norse, a huge dollop of Norman French, and just a barely detectable hint of Celtic. Trust me, it'll make all the
A lot of
difference.
different dialects and all
Stir it
that
up for
stuff.
Oh,
hundreds of years
everything.
until the vowels really start to shift, and then English.
Oh,
Excitingly, by looking at a map of Britain today, we can clearly see which invaders influenced our language where by plotting the origins of British place names.
that makes sense.
This marvellous, messy,
Had to
multicoloured
be
map
invaders.
shows which languages different British place names belong to and is a living history of our early settlers and subsequent invaders.
The oldest place names here are of Celtic origin. This is where you'll find all the place names with words like Tre, Loch, Bryn and Aber,
Such as Aberystwyth, meaning the mouth, Aber, of the River Istwyth.
which coincidentally is exactly where we find Aberystwyth today.
Celtic languages were once spoken all across the British Isles, but are now reduced to a small minority of mountain dwellers. And that's because low-lying Middle England Brits turned out to be more worse at resisting invading armies.
First up were the Romans, who brought in Britain's Latin influences.
Like the rumba.
No, like boring Latin. Anywhere that ends in castor, cester, chester, or xeter was a Roman fort, from the Latin word castra, meaning Roman fort.
But the Romans didn't stay long, so although their naming system was long-lasting, the actual names they used weren't, which is perhaps unsurprising when we learn they used names like Castra Exploratorum and Belgic Oppidum.
Which was sensibly renamed Braintree.
Next, in light pink, we have the biggest
I
group.
just be getting random names, dog.
Right. I could just imagine. Let's call this.
I would have said what?
Especially this day and age, everybody back then. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, everything, bro.
Good
Yeah,
name.
they
Good
just
name.
spoke a whole different language back then.
Man,
dog.
or something. What type of
Germanic
English?
I
Anglo-Saxon.
don't know.
Any place containing the words Ham, Hurst, Lee, Bury, Ford, Port, Mearstead, Tunstall, Wick, Witch, or Mere are of good old Anglo-Saxon origin and massively dominate southern England.
Like Buckingham.
Or a low-lying area of land belonging to an Anglo-Saxon called Bucca.
Perhaps the most upheavaling thing to happen to Britain's place names was the Vikings, who swept in from Scandinavia in the 9th century, committing brutal crimes including rape, pillage, and the renaming of small to medium-sized settlements.
You can tell a place was named by the Vikings if it ends in Thwaite, Thorpe, Kirk, or B.
Such as our old friend Grimsby, named after an important Viking called Grim,
That sound
famed
like
for his
a Viking-
infectious positive energy.
Viking name.
Grimsby literally
Right.
means Grimm's village.
Really? We're all familiar with these common settlement suffixes, but what's so striking is how clearly this map of Viking place names reflects the extent of the Viking invasions. You can practically see the exact location of the Danelaw dividing Viking and Anglo-Saxon England without needing to draw it on with thick red pen.
Following all these invasions, Britain was littered with place names that originated in different languages and accents. But the final thing that would make its place names truly unpronounceable was time.
Over hundreds of years,
die.
locals who were too busy to pronounce all the syllables in Cester reduced it to stir to save time. But they couldn't read or write, so the spelling stayed the same.
And while the English language has continued to gradually evolve, our place names haven't, resulting in a language landscape littered with phonetic booby traps.
But what about Froome? Which linguistic group is responsible for Britain's
That's a good
so-called
question.
hardest place name?
And usually for a place name in England, Froome is from a surviving Celtic word, frama, which means fair, fine or brisk, probably describing the flow of its lovely river.
It's not really surprising that the oldest language in these islands is the one that's drifted the furthest from pronounceability.
So don't forget to join us for the next
Facts.
episode of Map Men.
Is that the end of your sentence?
Yeah, I'm done.
Golly darn tootin' gee whiz, hot diggity woo!
What are you doing?
Oh, the in
Putting on
Texas.
an American accent
Oh,
to fool my
everything.
computer into thinking I'm in America. Yippee-ki-wee, buckaroo!
Why are you doing that?
This
Because
must
I
be
want
a
to watch all my
VPN
favourite
app,
programmes
or-
on Netflix.
On everything.
Yes, but American Netflix has programmes that we don't get on UK Netflix, including, curiously, some British programmes. So that's why I'm doing this really convincing accent so that my computer will let me access all the content I want. Zippity-doo-dah, gosh darn it, yeehaw!
Suit yourself.
Hey, wait, aren't you going to tell me that's a really silly thing to do and instead I should use Surfshark?
Oh,
Good,
we're doing an
dog.
advert.
Oh, there's the VPN.
You know you had to know.
Extension that lets you place your laptop
Bro.
or phone any.
When he said trying to trick my computer to thinking I'm American, I said, "Oh yeah, that's a VPN sponsorship, dog."
It's funny because, like, just with Texas, that's what they say Texas is. really,
Yeah,
the Texas accent, and
Facts,
I'll be like, you really gotta go to certain places to really see a lot of cattle.
bro. I swear, bro. I'm like a lot of Texas I done been to. You don't talk like that.
At all, at all. It's just city. Really, a lot of just
Exactly.
cities.
Facts.
Yeah, and they always give that little yee doggy. Oh, I don't think everybody in Texas is a cowboy.
It ain't. It ain't.
We got the Dallas Cowboys. That's about it.
That is.
But now you can go to small towns. I think Fort Worth might be the only big city that really like
Yeah.
very
Got-
country type of
You got
city.
your rodeo
also.
and all that type stuff.
Yeah, stockyards and all that.
Facts.
So, but no, this was good. This was very interesting, man. Because like I said, I know we got certain place names. It might have been pronounced or spelled wrong, but this is on a different level right here.
And yeah, it just go to show you like how language changes over time. And
Man, Getting invaded and they say, let's call it this.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I swear it is,
Crazy.
bro.
I couldn't imagine being back there and then had to name all these towns and cities.
Bro, and trying to say them today is impossible, bro.
Man, come on now. But that's all we have. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send down those recommendations. We out of here.